Welcome to the Champagne Empress Podcast. Today, we're diving into a juicy topic that I find fascinating. It is intimate yet profoundly empowering. The connection between sex, celibacy, and feminine energy. Today, we are exploring how both sexual expression and intentional celibacy can serve as tools for self discovery, embodiment, and magnetism. And whether you are in a season of exploration or reflection, this episode will guide you in understanding how this aspect of your life can elevate your feminine essence. So, first, let's understand the feminine energy. Feminine energy, as we've been talking about before, it's magnetic. It's flowing, it's deeply intuitive. It's the essence of creation. We are in this energy to birth things, and not just in the literal sense, but also we're birthing ideas, relationships, and experiences into being. Do you know how many times I've created this experience into my life by totally being in my feminine energy? Because when we are in our feminine energy, it thrives on freedom and sensuality and in total self expression. So, when it comes to sex, feminine energy is more than physical. It is an energetic dance of connection, vulnerability, and power. It's about being fully present in your body and allowing yourself to feel without judgment. But let's be clear, feminine energy isn't just about sexuality, it's about your entire being and how you embody your desires. So, a lot of people interchangeably use the word sexuality and sensuality in a different way. But when we think about sexuality, is just very about the act itself, the sexual action. The sensuality is really being present in all of your senses, is how you show up, it's how you're being present in the moment, and how you're allowing all your senses to be activated. And when you're actually in a moment of a sexual experience, and when you are allowing sensuality to be present, is really allowing yourself to hear the sweet voice of your partner, is to feel the touch on your body, is to really allow your eyes to see, your heart to connect, all of those. You get to be in the moment, feeling present, feeling all of that. So when it comes to sex and feminine energy, we have to understand that sex is one of the most potent expression of feminine energy. This is why when it comes to sex, we have to approach it in a very conscious way because it is a sacred act. It is a celebration of a life force energy. And when we engage in that energy, it is an amplification of your creative power. So I see a lot of women using sex as a cushion, as a way to escape. But what if today I told you that sex is just a sacred thing? Who get access to you get to be sacred. It is not a way to control any men. Because when you think of engaging in sex, think of it as you're creating, you're birding, because you're a life force energy. When you are using sex for external validation or to fill an internal void, it can leave you disconnected. There's so many emotional baggage that comes with that, especially when you interact with someone who intuitively is not meant to connect with. So it leaves you in a moment of disconnection, searching for approval outside of yourself. So to embody your feminine energy fully, you need to reclaim your sexuality as yours. Not something given, okay? Taken or performed for others. So, what happens when sex is sacred? It nourishes you, it aligns you with your desires, it becomes a tool of creation, not just physical, but emotional, mental, and spiritual. To me, when we are combining the feminine energy with sex, we are in communion with every single thing. We get to have this masculine and feminine energy union. It is sacred. So next time you think of, well, you're dating this partner, and it's like, oh man, we've been dating for 6 months or 3 months or 2 days. You feel obligated to go that route. Remember, that sex is sacred. Let me tell you, yes, we have needs as women. We feel the energy. And if you want to release that energy, birth it into something, create something out of it, a business, an idea that could be created with that life force. Sex is just one way to release that energy. There's other ways to create with that. So just don't let your power go somewhere it's not meant to go. So let's talk about the role of celibacy when it comes to feminine energy and sex. So when people hear celibacy, it's like, oh my gosh, what? There was a time I was celibate for like 4 years. Then I went on celibacy for like 1 or 2 years, then etc. So I have moments where I decide the best course for me is to be celibate for a period of time. And men that I dated, some didn't understand, others understood. Because to me, there was a year I really, really wanted to connect with myself intuitively. And believe me or not, being in that celibacy period helped achieve that. So, celibacy isn't about repression or denial of your needs, it's about intention. It can be a profound choice, one that allows you to recalibrate to who you are, reclaim your energy, and deepen your relationship with self. Think of celibacy as a reset. We're like clearing the energy from our yoni. We're sending back all the energy we've gotten from men. It's like, take your energy back because I want to reclaim mine. And I want to release all the things that are not mine, the attachment, the damage, all the things that I've gotten from someone else. You get to release that today. So when you reset with celibacy, it is a way to redirect the energy you would pour into others. You pour it back into you. You gain more clarity. It's really about discovering who you are outside of sexual connection and building a foundation of self trust and self love. One of the most powerful things I've ever done was to create that self trust and self love in myself because then when things didn't go my way, when men didn't say yes to me or whatever, I trusted myself and I loved myself so much that it did not affect me because I knew it was not about me. And the thing about it, my intuition intensified in a way that I knew who I was supposed to have a relationship with. And those relationships, don't get me wrong, sometimes it was for a month or two or three or a year, whatever. But I knew I was meant to be in those kind of relationships because there was something in it I needed to learn. So, therefore, there's a misconception that celibacy is about closing off or being less than or trying to say, you know what, I'm gonna protect myself from the world. In a way, you are protecting your energy. You are reclaiming your power because there's no way you should give that power away to just anybody. But what it is actually, it is an act of devotion to yourself, a commitment to your growth, and an honoring of your body as sacred. Not everyone gets access to your body. So it doesn't matter if a man say, "Oh, she's being difficult," or "she's not putting out," however the word goes. That has nothing to do with you, honey, because you honor your body as sacred. You're devoted to yourself. So what others think about you doesn't matter. Here's the truth, right? Feminine energy doesn't demand you to choose one over the other. It's not sex over celibacy. Absolutely. There's going to be a time where your body is saying, I want this man. I desire him. And it's going to show you, guide you into the best love affair you've ever had. And there's going to be a season where celibacy is going to be where you're at to deepen the relationship with yourself, to deepen your intuition, to honor more of your sacredness. It's honestly about honoring the season you're in because there are times for wild exploration. Oh, yes. Do not deny yourself of the desires. But listen, we have to understand what desires are. Desires are pure intuitive, the ones that your soul is saying yes to, not the desires of lust or the human, oh my gosh, it's hot. No, it's the pure soul desire. So, yes, there's going to be moments of wildness. You have to surrender to the magnetic pull of desire. Yes. And there are times for stillness, for holding your energy close and allowing it to nurture you. This is the full aspect of being in your feminine energy. We get to explore the dark, the light. Both are valid, both are sacred. The key is to listen. What does your body need right now? What is your heart calling for? Is it calling for a hot, steamy night with your sexy man? Or is it calling for a year of celibacy and stay in stillness and nurture who you are? What does your feminine essence crave? Because that's the most important part of this journey. So, when it comes to sex, honor it. It is the most beautiful, sacred thing in this world. It is such a creation that is taken so lightly when in reality is just such a beautiful thing. But you also have to understand who you're sharing that energy with. Not everyone deserves for you to be in union with them because sex is a powerful portal. It is your power. And when it comes to celibacy, allow yourself to understand your deepest connection. Go into your intuition and get to know the depth of your truth. So, yes, you can have both. You just have to listen. And here are some practices I'm going to leave with you today to support you. So, for sexual exploration, you can create rituals around intimacy. When we want to dip in that sacredness, just don't take sex as a just, oh, it's an act. No, it's more than that. You get to choose how you get to interact in that. So create some rituals for yourself around intimacy. Light some candles, play some music, and make the experience deeply intentional, whether it's with a partner or solo. And here's the thing, when people hear solo, it's like, solo, it's one of the best way to actually know your body. So when it comes to a partner, you could best tell them how to please you. Oh, I desire it this way. I desire that because your body likes it this way. Communicate with your partner how you like. And when it comes for celibacy, use this time to really connect with yourself. Practice daily self massage, journal your desires, and explore other form of sensuality, like dancing. Ooh, wearing amazing fabrics along your skin so you could feel. Try satin next time. Things that make your skin come alive. Change your perfume. Feel yourself lotioning your body. Explore different forms. And when you are in the celibacy period, one of the things that I know I did to strengthen my intuition, I also went into a year of meditation. So every day I meditated while I also was celibate. So allow yourself to go deeper, to know yourself, and really allow the shadow to come up and the light of you to come up, because this is a moment to really getting to know who you are and what you like and what you desire with yourself, with a partner, and every aspect of your life. When I want total clarity, celibacy does the trick for me. Allow yourself to know yourself and see what brings you clarity faster. All right? So, all in all, sex and celibacy are two sides of the same coin when it comes to feminine energy. Both have the power to connect you to your essence, amplify your magnetism, and transform your life. It is up to you in what season you're in, and what way you want to go, and what you want to explore. Don't let the stigma of celibacy push you away from actually exploring that. And don't let the pressure of having sex makes you go into that direction either. So I challenge you, take time this week to reflect on your relationship with sex and celibacy. Ask yourself, am I honoring the season I'm in? And if you're not, get to it. If this episode resonated with you, share with someone who needs to hear it, because this topic is not wildly talked about. I'm giving you permission to choose what season you're in with intention so we could deepen our feminine energy, embody our feminine essence, be the magnetic life we are here to shine. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this work, let's connect. Because I'd love to guide you on this journey of feminine embodiment. It is time to reclaim your power. It is time to choose how you get to show up in this world. Exploring your sexuality, your sensuality, all of it in your fullest expression. The best way to connect is in the show notes. I have all the way to contact me. Join the Facebook group. It just makes me happy to stay connected with you guys. So thank you for joining me today. And as always, stay true to who you are, unapologetically. Ciao.